We are back. This is your Aqua Omega Alpha, Jim Savage. Like my man Unapologetic says, let's go. Uh, don't stop, ladies and gentlemen. Don't stop. This is the God, the Almighty, Aqua Omega Alpha, Jim Savage, with my Hennessy and my popcorn, ready to get it in. How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing? You know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it is. Hit that like button. Show some love. As you can see, I'm growing my beard out. Looking fresh and so clean. As it should. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? There's a lot going on this week, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot going on. Man. Got a whole bunch of... You got 50 Cent got unappreciated kids because he's looking to, clout chase. You got Trina doing all types of things around here. Agendas being thrown out. But that is not what we are going to discuss today. Today we're going to discuss how it feels illegal to give constructive criticism to a female. Interesting, right? How many times, fellas, have you been talked about and all that shit? People saying what's true about you. You really can't say nothing. It's true. We're just like, I really can't say nothing. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? There are some sensitive niggas out there. Before anything goes on, I'm gonna give a shout out. K Boogie in the building. Bam, 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 bam. I like doing it rather than pressing the button. Unapologetic in the building. Bam, bam, bam. What's good, y'all? I'm about to get lifted. I'm about to get lifted and talk shit. Because I feel like it. It's my show. I got my popcorn. I got my Hennessy. Overflow. Listen. It's a never-ending flow of popcorn and Hennessy. All day long. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller gangster. There we go. So, yeah. Topic. Let me slow down. Slow down. Sorry. I need to take it nice and slow. Because I don't want to rush. I'll take my time with this. I'm going to ease into it. I want to get as I smoke and drink, and it flows through my system. I want to talk with the flow. I want the influence to flow with my speech. So I'm going to not wait, but go with the flow. Go with the toxicity of my popcorn and Hennessy, and also my cigar and my meds, which is a nice rolled up spinach wrap. You gotta love it, especially when it's grilled. Put some fire to it, grill it, heat it up, make sure it's really red at the end, and just inhale it. It's a good time. Good time. Okay, here we go. So topic of today is I put up there, it says criticism isn't women bashing. It is not, and I want y'all to really look at it, because I wrote a little bit in there. It says the guy says women are taken away from their natural beauty by wearing massive makeup, what is that, lace fronts, twerking, and wearing those ugly looking wigs. That's what he says. And she automatically says, stop bashing women. And I'm sorry, but I have to adapt with the times. The simp, Mr. Will Smith, he goes in his head, he's right. And then it says, stop bashing women. And then he goes over there and smacks the shit out the motherfucker. Yes, Jada got to all of them. Yep, heard. I'm just saying, there's a lot of men out there who has potential, but they find this insecurity within themselves that they don't have the confidence that they can get pussy at any time they want to. So then when you have that void inside you as a man, you tend to cater. You tend to wear S on your chest, which makes you an imp. And then when they whisper in your ear about things are natural, is right, but the intensity is getting too high for you, they whisper in your ear, and all of a sudden you end up with 8 toes. And you can't stand 10 toes down. So then you change your whole atmosphere around you, because you're not sure, you're not secure. So, but things always need to happen for growth. You know what I mean? I remember when I moved into, my mother moved into her first house, the grass was trash. And I was like, that was one of my pet peeves. Like every time we walked in there, fucking grass. Appreciate it because it was a lawn. Appreciate it because it was a lawn. It was there at the house. It was a lawn. Appreciate it. But the lawn just didn't look right. But we bear with it for a while. Because it is a lawn. You got to appreciate the ground, appreciate the dirt, the growth, appreciate you being there, helping out and all that good shit. But then it just keeps looking the same old. And you just get annoyed with it because it's just not doing as much, or it's not working for itself anymore. You know what I'm saying? The centipedes and all the grubs, they let it get to it instead of, overpowering and growing. Let the grass grow every time it gets a little bit of water. So what I decided to do was, I'm tired of this bullshit. So I took a nice strong hoe and took all that loose grass out of there, dug it all up. It was nothing but dirt now. Dirt and little roots and weeds. Took the roots out of that motherfucker, because if you don't take the toxic roots and weeds out of the dirt, it won't purify itself. It'll stay stuck and stagnant. And you won't have a decent growth of grass. So I did that. I hoed it all up, took the roots out, took the steel rake, raked all the rest of that shit out of there, made sure that the dirt was nice and soft and ready for action. Put what was necessary down, put the water down, put the seeds down. Did what was right, stayed on my 10 with the, Stayed on my 10 with it. And then the grass started to grow everywhere, rapidly. Rapidly. It grew so fast. Because it took these poison roots out. When the roots come up and they show themselves, you understand that. Those are bad roots. You know what I mean? Like, they're bad roots. You can't deny it. You can't call it nothing. Oh, those are the sweetest roots that they ever sweet had been. No, they're not. They're ruining the fucking soil. You got to call it out, grab the roots, take it out, purify the soil so you can have new growth. So the constructive criticism is looking at it, looking at the ground, saying, listen, these patchy shit, it's not working. We got to do better than that. I'm going to give you time to grow. If you're not going to grow, okay. But we're going to have to tell you, like, this is what you look like. The soil has patchy grass. Patchy grass, accept the patchy grass. When you accept it, you be like, listen, take this dead off me. Take these dead scabs off me. Purify my skin, purify me. And now I have room to grow because I'm open for the seed to be laid down and for what you laid down to grow as fast and healthy as possible. Because you got rid of what is holding back your sickness, your mentals, your grass, your flowers, whatever it may be. You're holding that back. Because what you're used to looking patchy. Because everybody lets you ride. You're used to looking green and yellow when you're supposed to be straight green. You're used to having that poison sit inside of you. Because everybody lets you sit there and look like the way you looked. I'm sure a piece of that soil and grass wanted to grow, but waiting on for you to make the decision because you had the healthier scab. Constructive criticism is a must. How the hell are we going to grow or realize our surroundings or even how people feel about us or what we're doing that we're not even paying attention to that we are doing? Because every action has a reaction. If we don't understand our actions, you get a reaction that you don't understand. And then you sit there clueless. I know it's hard as hell to break through that wall that everybody used to keep them strong, keep them away from troubles and problems, which is okay. It's okay to have that wall. It's certainly okay to have that wall. But like I always say, and always will say, you have to control what is going on in your life and what you're doing. In order to be successful or try to or stay on lanes of being successful, which I'm, to my understanding, is on the way you have to build whatever you're doing. Like you have to build regardless, and you have to put your own self to the test to see if yourself is worthy. You have to become strong for yourself. Sometimes you have to split yourself in half with thought, pros and cons. If you can weigh those, you can weigh what the fuck you're doing in life to critique or better situations in your life if you're paying attention to what the fuck you're doing in life instead of just running down a street that's burning straight down the street. When if you turn right, you can cool off and you won't get third, second, first degree burn. But yet, you don't want to open up your mind to think and do what it takes to be a freaking human being. You just want to run straight. Keep running straight. But the whole point of this talking And the topic of today's discussion is that how in the fuck are we supposed to have a future if the most natural thing that's supposed to go on for the future to happen can't come to a goddamn understanding? Just think about that shit. The thing that keeps human beings living lifelong, something that's so natural that we don't even understand why we need to keep doing it. Well, we do understand that, in order for there to be life to continue on, that's the purpose for the world to keep turning. Not unless you just want the trees, because they're gonna keep going. The trees to just run the earth, and without us, they will always. But if you want to be a part of that, you got to do your fucking part. Do your fucking part. And doing your part is sometimes sit your ass the fuck down, realizing what the fuck you're doing, realize that you are not that perfect, not that great or grand, to realize that you have a flaw, or to realize that when someone says something and it's constant, if there's multiple people saying the same thing about you and they don't even know each other, and it's about you, what you need to understand is it's you. Right away. Right away. The quicker you come to an understanding of your flaws or something that's going on, maybe they're not 100% right about you. Maybe they're not. But there is a percentage in there that you need to take heed and realize, maybe I need to shut the fuck up, sit back, look at it. Maybe they're right. And if you humble yourself in your mind enough to take full constructive criticism, you'll understand that if it's said, there's something going on with the brain. If it's said, especially to another person that cares for each other, why would they just want to say shit to just hurt your feelings? That makes no fucking sense. And if a person thinks that they are saying things to hurt your feelings, then obviously the communication in the whole relationship or something is very off, is really off. I can understand the beginning of a relationship when you're getting to know each other and the communication is slightly off because you really don't know the person. So you can't predict or you can't think ahead with that person. You have to think with until you understand that person to know, which you can think ahead once you know, because it's in our human nature to do so. It comes with your common sense as a human being. There's no manual to it, but if you pay attention, it's normal. We use it every day. Even when you don't think you are, we do it. Just pay attention. But all you have to do is sit back in that situation and realize someone is saying something about you. Obviously, some of it, half of it, most of it, doesn't matter. Something's up with you if they care for you. So why not humble yourself to the point where, I understand this person cares about me, or I understand this person's been around, so obviously they're watching me, or they've seen part of me, even though it might hurt your fucking feelings. Constructive criticism will hurt your feelings because so many people are used to being nurtured and babied in every situation that they shouldn't have. We call them spoiled brats. And there's a million of them. I used to be one until I had to be shut down and humbled. I wasn't really spoiled, but I was spoiled. I knew how to be spoiled. But I also knew that shit can be taken away from you that's like this just like this. So I knew how to count my blessings. I knew how to take advantage of the good times when most of the bad times are coming. So when the bad times come, I conjured up enough good times to keep in my thought process to overweigh the bad times when they were coming, which is positive thoughts about the things that I've accomplished, the things I'm capable of, the things that I know about me because I paid attention. And I took the time to not say I love myself. Take the time to realize and make sure I do. No matter what, when you find out you do, and once you do, you realize most of the shit that happens in your life, you can get through. And people might think you're stone cold. No, you reach the level that they don't understand. This shit happens. I have to go to reality. And I understand that, yeah, shit hurts. But when I hurt this way before, I lost time. Knowing that this shit's probably going to happen tomorrow, the next day, the next day. It's normal. If it goes with life, you really have to adapt. If you realize somebody died, right? The first time, it may hurt you. It may hurt you to the core. It may change your whole life. But then once you grow up, and this is really important that I say this, once you grow up to an adult, there's a certain thought process that you have to realize you have to do and use. You cannot think like a fucking child anymore. You're an adult. So when someone says, "Oh, bitch, shut up, fuck you, blah, blah, blah," remember, don't forget your childhood, but grow up. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Why won't they hurt me? Because I know who the fuck I am. You can call me out my name. If you call me, it's really not out my name to me. To you it is. So why would it hurt me? The ones who show the hurt, deep inside, know that what someone said about them is absolutely true. And it hurt their feelings. They didn't want to hear it. That's how you know someone is not strong enough to hear constructive criticism. They haven't really heard constructive criticism. If it takes them a long time to adapt and realize it, that's bad too. That means they're still delusional about who they are. I realized that I'm a human a long time ago. And what comes with humans? I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna fuck up. When you learn a word, you're gonna fuck up the pronunciation of a word until you realize how to pronunciate it. How it's pronounced. And the way you say it, your speech, your lips, the way you speak, when you say the word, you're not gonna be able to say it the right way till you learn and listen how to say the fucking word clearly, correctly, and know the meaning. You have to always work on yourself. And it's all constructive criticism. It's all constructive criticism. And actually, that is one of the biggest problems that Black people have, taking constructive criticism. Because people allow only one narrative of your fuckery. Of course, everybody wants to hear nice things. Great. But you know how much better it'll feel to know that you know your fuck ups, and when somebody says you fucking up, you realize it right away because you're able to take the constructive criticism and it changed your life like this, and how quick the results come when you're able to just change and know that you need to change because you took that constructive criticism, you went back, realized what's going on in your life, and oh, that shit fucked it up. I need to change. You're still confident in yourself, but know that you're not. If you can say, if you go run around, oh, but we're not perfect because of it, then you can understand you're not perfect. Someone says something, listen. And if it's a couple more words, listen to all of them and how they go together. Because one word out of a sentence doesn't mean anything to the person that said what they're saying. You have to use multiple words to create a sentence, a narrative, and how to get someone to understand a communication bar. And that goes with common sense. That's why I understand how people get so mad when someone even tells you the truth the nice way. Because they're so triggered because they know that that's what they're doing. And they don't have the fucking balls or the mentals or the strength to even want to change it. If a person thinks about, a thought just jumped in my head because something happened. If a person stays on the road that is damn near righteous for themselves, what seems, and I'm going all about from my experience, what seems to be something that might be done in the dark to hurt you or something like that is actually in the light for a blessing. If it was in the dark and behind your back, it probably could end up sneaking up on you and hurting you. But if it comes straight to the light, I don't think you should take it. I took it. I think fast, so I took it. And I had to switch up my whole mental narrative of it because I took it in a negative way, which I always think first, negative, so I can make a better positive out of it. Got to analyze that negative with a positive heart. I'm telling you, and a positive mental. Got to work together, man. This is how you're gonna make some of the best, hardest, logical, and hard situations or hard decisions possible. That you know is probably gonna hurt people's feelings, but they're gonna feel so much better. And you have to think for them sometimes. Why be around a person that you can't know enough where you can think for them? Or don't you think that'll help them out? Everybody has a different perspective. Sometimes people don't see the perspective that works for them, but another person does. But a lot of people are not willing to sit back, humble themselves, listen and learn, no matter what, how you feel about yourself, confident or not. Anybody should sit back, listen, and learn. Everybody, including myself. And I try my hardest to do so. But when it comes to my world, it's a little different. That's why I'm so entertaining sometimes. I have so much entertainment because it's like most of the time I feel like I'm on such a different level that I have to keep coming down to play with the stupid shit just to tolerate it. Because my prediction skills are like A1. Like a nice seared steak with the diamond cuts grilled. The medium rare juicy. You see the juice and the blood dripping right out the steak. And then when you take that A1 sauce that is fresh, you shake it up. Open up the top. Pour that fucking steak sauce on that nice, medium rare, freshly sizzled steak. I'm going to say maybe it could be a filet mignon, a New York strip, T-bone, but it has to be medium rare with the A1 sauce. That's my thought process. That's how much I'm on point. A1 steak sauce. On point. Because I cook it right. I cook it right, man. I make sure when that A1 sauce goes on there, get you right here. It gets you right there. And when that comes out, it's all juice. It is so good. Melts in your mouth. If I have to use my hands, I would. Steak sauce, A1. That's the mental thought that goes. That's what happens. That's what I want. I want to be A1 with my thoughts. On point. When I make a mistake, I want to make sure I critique the fuck out of that mistake. Know where it could have been, would have been, should have been. Has to be. Like a lot of people just be running around in life. Just run. Rushing. I remember I used to be like that. That's why I used to drink vodka. That shit went over your heads. But yeah. I used to be around there rushing. Trying to do things all fast, thinking I know what the fuck I'm, and missing steps and fucking the fuck up. Not even realizing my potential because I'm moving too fast. I know I'm quick with the mind, but slow down with your body. Slow down a little bit with your mind. You understand exactly what's going on. And the decisions you should have made could have put you in a place to begin your life. Pure bliss. It's also pure bliss when you paying attention to yourself. Start taking advice, really. That's what got me on my path. Like I said, like I thought I knew it all back in the day. Cocky motherfucker. I don't like the hamster wheel. I hate to be bored. So knowledge is power. So let's, instead of telling people not to talk to me and do a dumb shit, sit your ass down and listen. Like my grandfather always said, think, man, think. Think, man, think. Every time I do something stupid, that voice pops up. I think, man, think. So I have to sit there, sit back. I'm thinking. To the point where I developed a thinking disorder where I could barely fucking sleep because I think too goddamn much. But it's okay. I wouldn't be the man I am today. I love thought process. I love to think. I love like the human body. I want the constructive criticism. I don't want you in my face. I don't want you with the bullshit. I love the conversation. Very nice guy. Love conversation. And the constructive criticism that comes with it. Just, learn how to speak to me. That's all it is. Learn how to speak to everyone. Love language, communication language, sex language, body, all that shit. Pay attention to everything. Like, you understand, everything is different. Everything has its own little code, own little key that connects to each other. If you open, you know how they have those puzzles where they have all multiple things around, but you can only open it. Everything only opens the way it's supposed to if you open each thing in the right order. And sometimes you will take that key, click, click. Oh, wrong box. You have to close it, lock it up, start all over again. And keep doing it till you realize what the code is. And then you know that shit. And you're professional. Bop. Because you paid attention. You went through the work. You did it. Now that's something you've accomplished that helps you build a better life for yourself. Constructive criticism is not woman bashing when you're talking about a female. And trust me, I understand. I don't like it, but I understand why it hurts y'all so much. We all do it, fathers and mothers, we all do it to our daughters. Baby, 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 baby. Son, get the fuck up. You ain't crying, son. Be a man, stand up. Your daughter comes in, Dad, baby, baby. All the time it's princess, princess, princess this. Princess this. Princesses earn princesses. The ones who are just called it end up calling themselves queen without having the proper upbringing to be a queen. That's how it's comfortable to call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, because you're used to other people calling yourself what they shouldn't be calling yourself. Constructive criticism. It works, people. It's for a purpose. And also, in these streets, these YouTube streets of ours, I don't know why. Like, how can we sit like? There's a bunch of oxymorons everywhere. A bunch of oxymorons everywhere. To be honest with you, nobody actually talks and listens to the words that come out of their fucking mouth. People just fucking talk. And then they want, like, and the people who are listening, the ones who are trying to be logical and the ones who are trying to show some grace, the ones who are trying to see the bigger picture and give the benefit of the doubt, have to sit there and look at you like, how the fuck do you not understand the words that are coming out of your mouth? People just talk. I really suggest people with no bias and get, like, take your feelings out of it. Record themselves doing some shit and just listen to what you say. I did it before. I had someone had to do it to me because I didn't realize. I'm like, nah, I didn't say that shit. Nah, I didn't say that shit. That's what helped me humble too. I heard the recording. I'm like, what the fuck? You have to try, man. You have to try. If you are sitting around upset, broken, and can't do, and you feel like you can't do shit, you're always mad at shit, there's no one you can fucking blame. Because every day you wake up, you can start a new day. It is a new day. And if you're the same type of mad that day from yesterday or before or any other day, or thinking about some past shit that still got you mad today, that's you. It's you. It's easy to be happy. It's hard to keep it, but it's easy to be happy. All you got to do is not make it easy to be upset. You don't like it. I use the same analogy. If someone's punching you in the face, you're standing there, another person standing, they decided to keep punching you in the face. You get hit once, you don't move. You get hit twice, you don't move. Which is all stupid laying already. But you get hit 3 times, you're down there. What is the point you're trying to prove? Because, yeah, you may be strong, but you standing there getting punched in the face and not do nothing is stupid. Fuck your whole life up. Anyway you look. Life is so, like, life can be in the middle of a fucking hurricane. Life could be so good. You don't understand. Like, y'all don't understand that. Something can happen to you at any fucking second. You don't have no control. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. And you know it's been in your face through people that you love, people that you don't love, people that you're like, see what happened? But yet you want to spend a lifetime being upset with knowing that life needs to go on. Yes, it hurts. We got to realize what reality is, man. You can't T-bow that shit. Everybody needs their time to, born and shit or realizing shit. But you also need to realize that the more time you sit there knowing the facts of what do you need to do, it's on you. If something somebody did to you in the past and still hurt you, that's on you. You would hold on to that hurt. It's on you. And if you want to hold on to that hurt, hold it on and keep it to your motherfucking self. There's a lot of people out here who can help you. Constructive criticism. And if they're even willing to give it to you or say it, they're on your side already. Because the ones who sit there and let you fuck up is the ones who don't give a fuck about you. The ones who tell you fucking up is the ones who at least care a bit. The ones who keep saying it, spend a lifetime doing it, they're caring a lot. You can call them one of those white Karens because they caring. On the phones, calling you down on your picnics and everything. They caring on you. But that type of caring is not too much. Well, it is if you keep doing that on that hamster wheel. I'm just saying, all this of what I'm saying is common fucking sense. Ladies, please stop. Y'all need to listen to somebody. And when you do listen, realize who's giving the good information, who's not. Try. I know it's the hardest thing for y'all to ever fucking do. Is to control your goddamn feelings. But try to do a little bit of it. Try to see the bigger picture instead of out breaking out like children and wanting attention. Try. I guarantee you'll see better days. You'll see better days. There's a lot of motherfucking people out there. I can't find a man. You don't want one. You don't want one. If you can't find a man, you don't want one. If every girl could get fucked by any dude, it should be easy to find a man. I'm not saying it's a good one. That's you to vet. That's your problem. You need to learn how to vet. But if you can if women can walk around knowing they can get fucked by any man, they should know that they can find a man at will. It should be easy for y'all to find a man. The thing about it is you can't find yourself to find a good man. You're too busy not trying to figure out who the fuck you are or trying to stay on the purpose of life the way you best know how. Not taking accountability, not taking constructive criticism, not humbling yourself. Because I know a lot of people say something about themselves and they're really not confident about what they're saying about themselves. They're really not confident. And I'm dead serious about that shit. If you pay attention, you can tell a person who talks about themselves and are not confident about doing it. You gotta do is look at them. That's it, man. That's it, man. I had to say this because, to be honest with you, without too many, fingers pointed, too many Bibles bumped, there was a decision made due to my actions. But in this situation, I will not. I know how to humble myself. I know when I do something wrong. And I know when I'm overboard. You know what? I'll take the overboard. This is social media, motherfuckers. I'll take the overboard with that one. But if I was lying, I'll be apologizing. If I was lying, it wasn't on my 10 about what I'm talking about, what I am. I wouldn't be talking out. But I say, fuck you motherfuckers. With capital F. Who are stuck in a world where you have the knowledge. You're supposed to have the heart. But can't even come to 10 toes to stand on. To keep it real. With that being said, though, it don't really matter what you think about me. I still love all of you. Because I can see you when you don't see you. Just to give thank God from the heavens, the universe, the placenta, the sperm, the actions of my ancestors. No, none of y'all fucking even try to hold the souls in your soul of your ancestors, knowing you would never be, if you really thought and knew who you are, you would start appreciating everything around you. And those who don't, you ain't understanding or appreciating your ancestors and the world that you're living in. You really don't. If you understand who you were, half the shit wouldn't bother you, first of all. Because a lot of you get bothered by the dumbest, smallest shit. You got some of the biggest fucking problems to worry about. Bitches be in the bar trying to fight a bitch that said bitch, but you call each other bitches on a good day. Bitch! Like, what the fuck is going on? Niggas fighting over stepping over sneakers or coming to a town. Like, y'all's corny. Any emotional thing, anything, any outbreak like that is emotional, man. Unapologetic in the building. They rather listen. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be. This is the new manned up. I want everybody to hear this shit. This is the new manned up. All the rules, as we see as men, we always get the blame. So obviously, stop looking for sympathy. Stop looking for sympathy. Stop looking to be a victim, because obviously we've already proven and shown that we're the strongest fucking beings on this goddamn earth. Because we're the only motherfuckers who are belittled and put down every day, and we still get the fuck up and do it by code. We stick to code as men, most of us. Most of us. More than 50% of us stand on man code. And not ashamed to say that shit. We are not the weakest link. We don't have to lie. And if you're lying because you're trying to get pussy, which makes you a pussy, flap your lips, get wet and die. It's time to be men. Don't give a fuck if they're not on. If you on your 10, don't give a two shits what somebody else is talking about that doesn't stand on your code. if you're not using the information they talk about. I'm not going to get mad at you for what? That's your world. You want to have a great time? Jump into mine. You want to be a real motherfucking human being? The common sense, the motherfuckers who think? Go on this train. If you don't, no, I'm not worried about y'all no more. I'm not letting y'all make me worry about y'all no more. As we see, half of the motherfuckers, men and women, cannot think for yourselves anyway. You don't even have the confidence to show the confidence that you can even speak or say anything to me. So why listen to the ones you know ain't doing shit? Let it fly. Stand on your 10, stand on your toes, do what you do. Make fun of them while they walking by. That's the shame. If we can't shame them the way they need to be shamed, you know what? Take the comedy in your head, make fun of every single one of them lazy motherfuckers. The one who can't use their motherfucking brains. Who sit there and say the stupidest shit, get emotional and do dumb shit just for attention. We need to take our pride ourselves back. Stop letting people take your manhood thinking that their word and their actions are important. They're a life lesson learned. That's what they are. Take it that way. Oh, I didn't win this way. Because sometimes, like in a basketball game, you lose. Don't you move on with life and get a win? Try harder, practice to win that fucking game? To get that ring. Y'all ain't putting in the work. Most of that shit needs to be mental. I guarantee nobody close to being as mentally strong as the Jim Savage. I'm tested. I'm always going to test you. Because people need to start using their fucking brains. They wouldn't do half the shit that they do in life if they decide to understand that they have a brain that they can use themselves, that they can do whatever they want with it. It's yours. You don't like to be sad, change the shit. You don't want the outcome, change the shit. It's going to take you a long time to figure out how to do it. Your life is yours, you stupid motherfuckers. You don't like being called stupid. You triggered by that? Change it then, motherfucker. You don't want to be called stupid? Change your stupid ass life. It's easy to stop being a fucking victim in a world that's open for you to do what the fuck ever. If you don't want to follow rules, make it possible so you don't have to. If you want to live this way, make it possible so you can. The world is yours. And the ones who want to be there with you, to make sure they want to be there with you, you better make sure they're the ones that want to be there with you. Don't blink if you're not sure, because you'll end up musty. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to the final hour, which is the only hour. I just wanted to get this in. Relax, relate, release this shit. And you take it how you take it. Have some popcorn. Wrong way. Have some popcorn. Have some Hennessy. It's still flowing. Just like the entertainment on Savage Calm. Not entertainment. Never forget. Never fucking forget that when you come around here, you're going to have to like, you're going to have to subscribe, share it, do all types of shit to make this shit happen. Do you not want me to entertain? Do y'all not want me to entertain? Because I'm here to entertain. So don't forget.